welcome to the Friendly Aussie Podcast. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Friendly Aussie Podcast.
Yeah, welcome. And today we have some special guests. Our first guests on the podcast are Shelly and Bree from Her Highness.
Oh, hi. Love it. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here.
For the people that don't know who Her Highness is, they're a group of, 7,000 chick stoners around
7.6k
7.6k
of female stoners of Australia.
Wow. Tell us more, what do you do? How do you do it?
Okay, what do we do and how do we do it? We run a Facebook group, so we've got 7.6k of women in there.
Only women.
Only women, yeah. Only women. It started off just being a Facebook group to find other stoner moms, to hang out with and smoke and not be judged and everything. But it's kind of turned into a little empire, safe place,
Support
home.
group.
Yeah.
Cool.
What made you want to do it with just girls?
Alrighties. So, being a woman, I'd upload photos or, video or something in another stoner group and be like, is there any other girls around this area? Anyone want to smoke? And you just get, those guys jumping on, inboxing.
How you going, mate?
Yeah, those ones. And it's like, ignore, laters. I got to the point where I was over it and I was like, okay, I'm going to make my own group.
Yep. How long have you guys been going for?
Nearly 3 years. 3 years in February.
Wow.
15th of Feb. I don't even know the whole day.
7,000 people in 3 years. It seems like a really dedicated community of people.
It is. The girls stick together. It's like you take on one HH girl, you take on all of them. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Now, that's quite profound, just to start off the podcast with this, introduction to what you guys are, because... or what you girls are, I suppose.
Yeah, us
because
girls, yes.
It's really interesting to see that there's this solidarity within the cannabis community. I think a lot of people get an impression that people are apathetic and uncaring.
Exactly.
But really, there's networks of common benefit, mutual recognition that allow for basically everybody within your group to band together against these sort of forces outside.
Why we did it too. We always got looked down for smoking weed. We've always been, we're a stoner. We're not anything more than somebody that sits on the couch and smokes a bong. And that's not what we are in any shape, way or form.
True.
Yeah.
So you're there to change that perception.
Yes, we are, for sure.
So you're trying to change the stereotype and a little bit of the stigma surrounding cannabis, and particularly cannabis use amongst women.
Yeah, definitely. Just because I smoke a bong doesn't mean I'm a bad mum. Just because we smoke a plant doesn't mean we can't go to work, doesn't mean we can't do this or parent or...
It's interesting how, you've got modern society. It's I'll just have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
It's just fine.
Prescription pills.
Yeah, my doctor said I can have a Zanny, no.
Feed my children Adderall.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Hey, mum.
Ritalin. It just never stops, but...
So, the group has had a little bit of beef that I've seen, particularly over the Instagram world. It's interesting to watch, and I don't take sides too often, but with you guys, I kind of took a little bit more of a side, because I'm like, I know how grubby men can be.
I don't think you've got any idea, to be honest. No, but yes, keep going. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
Please talk about me.
No.
Talk about how men are scum.
No, men are not scum.
We are.
No, yous are not. There are some men in this world that are absolutely amazing, but...
Nice.
Yeah, there's... No, you guys are putting words into my mouth right now. I may be a feminist, but I do appreciate males that appreciate women.
I respect that.
Yeah.
It's very easy to understand. All men are pigs.
No.
Mentally, we are. We all think a little bit dirty. We're all in that boat. It's
so do we. We see a hot girl walking down the street, we're like, I'll jump your bones.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Bree does, not me.
But men somehow vocalise this just a little more.
Yeah.
You're quite assertive at times. But I think that there are plenty of men out there that are actually surprisingly feminine, compassionate, caring.
Hell yeah.
100%.
And women love that. We love, to a certain extent, we love seeing that side of a guy. Like, if my man's like, hey, let's paint our toenails, I'm like, oh my God, let me
I got a facial last night.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. You know,
Like my
that's
skin
wicked.
right now, like
Feels great.
See, my partner wouldn't let me. He'd be like, don't you dare touch me with that shit. I'd rather my pimples.
it's so good though.
It is.
Guess
And
it's just whatever
Touch my
works,
face,
right?
it's a baby's bottom.
oh no, what were we talking about?
Talking about
What's been going on within a little bit of the beef with you guys?
Yeah.
Why does the internet as a whole have tension with you? What do you?
Because they don't see us as what we are. They see us as women that are in short shorts and a bra, which is what they want on our Instagram, which is what they like. Literally, they like the like hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, otherwise we wouldn't do it. Instagram, like we started the Instagram because a lot of males were like, you know, what is this Her Highness? We want to see, we want to be involved. I've asked to make His Highness. No, I can't be bothered. But
Seems like a lot of work.
It is
it's
a
a
lot
lot of work. So I'm sticking with Her Highness, and I've said to him, look, there's other groups. I'm not going to drop anyone's names, obviously,
Yeah.
but there's other male groups that you can go to. There's just male groups. Like we've got another one. We've just teamed up with King Cannon Boy, CBD. He's King Cannon Boy.
Cannon Boy.
Edit that out.
Will do.
But yeah, he's really cool and whatnot. So I feel like they think we're one way. They look at us and go, oh, a bunch of chicks on the internet smoking bongs. They don't have a clue about what cannabis actually is or what it does. And that's not it. That's not who we are. It was to get our brand out there. It was to get us opportunities. It's to get our girls. If someone's like, oh, we need some stoner girls for a video clip. Yep, pay my girls. You know, it's to get our brand, ourself out there when they just think it's a bunch of chicks in bra and undies smoking bongs. It's not. Ask any Her Highness girl what HH is.
Half the people they only know about the Instagram. They don't even know about the real group.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
they
had-
don't know what happens behind, like, the closed
scenes,
doors.
yeah.
What sort of stuff happens?
Okay, for example, the other week, no names obviously, but a girl was struggling to pay rent to feed a child. She come to me and said, look, I just escaped a relationship that was horrible. I just need some help to get back on my feet. All my girls jumped onto it. They're sending her numbers, links, everything for homeless places, for a place to stay. Girls offering for her to stay with her.
Doing Coles orders.
Yeah,
getting the,
click and collect.
grocery, yeah.
Transferring her money just to help. If the girls are hungry, if girls have no clothes, if girls have no pot, if girls just need somebody, we're there.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah,
It's
world's-
it's the stoner bloke's advice. The stoner girl's
we're
bloke's
nothing
advice.
like blokes' advice.
Oi!
like
Blokes
blokes'
advice is a great place.
Yeah, if you, yep.
Do you have a critique of that space?
I don't really, because I've never really been in it myself. I
It's
don't
a
know
pretty
what goes on
supportive
behind.
group.
Yeah,
It's a pretty supportive group.
and I don't know.
There's just a lot of really attractive women posts throughout
And
to get
that's
attention.
what sucks. If you're a female and a guy you're talking to and you fancy, like,
Yeah.
believe it or not, we do like sex. Sometimes we want to have sex
Of course.
ourselves. So sometimes, we might want to send some tit photos or bum photos. But for it to get uploaded to Bloke's Advice or for that guy to take away that privacy into, that's
No,
where
I'm
I
with you
don't
there.
like it.
I'm with
That's
you there.
been moderated pretty well
That's
in the last
good.
few
That's
years.
wicked.
That's deleted. Now we get really nice model shots, and it's
Yeah, mad.
boys, what ute should I buy? Chick for attention.
That's
and
cool.
it works so fucking well.
I've heard a lot of groups have changed around, like BGA. When I first heard about that, I didn't really like that group. Now I've heard that it's turned into a sisterhood as well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, all right, good, sweet.
Yeah.
I'm for, if someone else runs their own group and they've got more numbers than me, I'm not going to sit there and be like, I don't like them. They've got, 25K and I've only got 7. It's not about the K. It's not about the money. It's not about who's got who and who's got that. It's just about helping people.
Human beings.
Yeah, this world is cruel. It is horrible.
fucked.
And
Yeah.
if I can just help one person one day at a time, fuck, I know.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Cheer
Help each other.
it.
you know?
Yeah.
10 years, you got what? 3,000
Doing the math.
But yeah, it's interesting because these groups started in their infancy as something that was not who they are now, but it's it's how even early internet, it was all just, I don't know, does anyone remember
Alter egos.
Meat Spin and Shit City? And there's just weird things.
Bebo and MySpace. That's all I remember, man.
Most everything
4chan.
on 4chan. Yeah. I'd agree
No.
with
Yeah,
that.
no.
The dirty ends of the internet,
Okay.
But what happens is, as time goes on, you had these groups that popped up, and they got a lot of attention for those things. Scabs. They went on, and you got a little bit of all this dirtiness because they didn't know what they were yet, and it's like as time goes on, you figure out like what standards almost the group has.
You
like,
grow out of your teenage adolescent stage.
Yeah, well, I'm learning more and more as running a group. Like, I can't control everyone's opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have a different opinion. I don't have to agree with their opinion, but I need to respect it.
Cool.
And some days, like, there could be a chick jumping on, just for example, and be like, I don't like the way you run your group. And
Right.
instead of me being like, well, fuck off and get out of my group, I'm like, all right, what can I do to help my group? What don't you like? What can I help you with? Like, what's something I can improve on? Like, I'm always down for that. I forget what the question was, and I forget where I was going with this.
Can you remember yours?
God damn your vape.
Vape life. These girls are not used to the vape nation.
Yeah, bongs all
I'm
day.
trying to convert them, but I'm not having any luck.
Yeah.
No, I do love vapes, but like I'll sit here and vape with you all day, and then I need cone. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm always on that
all
train.
Day, man. Like,
Completely agree. Josip's just a reluctant
Look, I'm just no
entrepreneur.
longer a caveman, okay?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fine.
Sticks and stones, just.
I like it. It brings out like the grasslands, like the tribal essence of who I am. Right?
Whenever I think of a bong, I'm just like Avatar.
Yeah. Exactly.
love it, love it.
No, it reminds me of the DMT trips because I've basically had all of them out of a bong. So
Well, yeah. Have you tried DMT, bro? Well,
yeah.
I just said
Yeah,
it.
Joe Rogan. That's the third time we've mentioned Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
We're waiting.
Joe Rogan.
We're trying to get on Joe Rogan's podcast. We call him out every episode.
Just to make sure that it happens.
Yeah. We also make up fake sponsors. So who's our sponsor for this week?
BWS.
BWS? Bongs, Weed and Shadow.
Yeah. T-shirts coming soon.
They are there.
Oh, they're there already.
Just
go get 'em.
Bongs, weed, and shadow. That is amazing.
You haven't seen that?
Legit.
Like legit.
Legit. So, friendlyaussiebuds.com/store, and then we go on to the t-shirts, and then we come
Oh my god, yes. That's wicked. I need one of these shirts.
We launched with that, actually.
Yeah, that's so cool. Everyone get onto these shirts.
We need to push them out a little bit.
Yeah, you do. You need to send me these links. My girls would love it.
Cool.
Oh, you guys probably haven't seen all our shirts.
No, we have not. I didn't even know you did merch till you gave me a hat the other day, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, snap.
That is mad.
But anyway, let's try and get back to what we were talking about. You
Yeah.
had beef on Instagram. I've seen it a few times. It went down, a few months back with Aussie Canna Connect. The
Sure
guy
did.
that likes to sell buds over Instagram.
Oh no, is this going to get me in trouble? You know what? I don't care because I'm sick of sitting back and letting people talk shit about me and me not do anything. Just because I preach to be nice doesn't mean that I'm going to cop shit anymore.
Yeah.
I never had a problem with him. I always had the highest respects for him. I know exactly who he is. And I had beef with somebody else because of the way they were treating my girls and I wasn't happy with it. So I had to stand up for my girls and not just let this happen. And instead of him going, okay, yep, sweet, he decided to join the beef when it had nothing to do with him. Plus my name, my personal Instagram, all over everywhere. Are we meant to be holding this button when we smoke it?
No, that just
Well,
turns
you
it on.
all say that, but why does she pull out more smoke than me?
Because she goes for longer. These girls are trying to figure out vaping. This is the Mighty, by the way, by Stores and Bickle.
Fuck this.
We've shouted this vape out a few times.
Ask Bree a question. She is...
Okay.
Bree is...
How did you get involved with Her Highness?
There you go.
Well, I met Shelly way before, and we were friends for ages, and then I just looked over on the couch and I was like, dude, I'm not even in your group.
So, okay, it's way better than that.
I have best mates who are like, you run a cannabis publication? And we're literally just smoking a bong. And I'm like, yeah, bro.
Well, we got introduced from somebody that we no longer speak to.
Yeah.
Best thing that ever happened. And
Thanks, girl.
yeah, peace. But she introduced us and we clicked. And all of a sudden I was like, I need more help with this because all my mods and stuff are in New South Wales, in Adelaide, rah. I needed somebody in Brisbane to help me do this.
Yep.
I don't think people realise what Bree is. She is the secretary. I call her my secretary because she's hot. Of Her Highness. I'm driving. Okay, what's going on? Sits there texting
admin.
away.
Yep.
She
Yeah.
does so much behind the scene that I don't think people realise.
Yep.
She fixes my crown and stuff. You know what I mean? A bad day. She's like, "Come on, Shell, you got this. Let's do this."
What do they have? It's your right hand, I guess, yeah.
She's my assistant.
Your executive assistant.
Yeah. No right way to
So
do that.
you had some beef with this bloke because he got involved in a little bit of drama that was happening with your girls. What was the drama?
I don't want to say too much in a way because I don't want it to be all brought back up. But the drama with this person was he was being inappropriate to my girls.
Yeah.
And when they said stop, he stopped, but he would just be mean if he didn't get what he wanted.
Yeah. So a bit of drama builds. And then you get tension, which happens all the time on the internet.
Yeah.
Because people are behind a screen and they can say what they want.
Exactly.
They can do what they want.
And half the time they sort of took what I was saying the wrong way. The beef happened with I was kind of connect more because I went to him and said, just so you know, this is what's happening with this person you've gone into business with. He's making my girls feel uncomfortable. He's made me personally feel uncomfortable. And he was like, oh, shut the fuck up. You're causing drama for somebody trying to ruin their life. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just telling you this is how he's made us feel.
Right.
And then everything got uploaded. Half the conversation got uploaded. So now when there's like problems, I'll go live. So people hear it from my mouth and no one can twist what I've said
Yeah,
or screenshot it or
directly.
Yeah.
And it just got to the point where he's full uploading, like someone made a fake account or something and messaged him and he's like, this is that pig Shelly, go attack her, rah, rah, like literally uploading my life.
Yeah.
And it's like, it wasn't even me, you fucking idiot. Like that shows how smart he is. He's sitting there saying, this is her, Brazzy, it weren't me. Just so you know, I'm not the only one that don't like ya.
Couldn't even really harass you properly.
Yeah, so, and then I was getting inboxes. I was getting people like saying, oh, we're going to smash you when we see, you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my God, grow up. Like, what did, yeah. And it's like, all right, dude, move on. See ya, bye.
Little babies in cannabis scene.
It's just one of those things. And, like, the way I've always seen the dude is he's just a dude that's raking in cash of people suffering, in a sense. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to just start charging $300 a queue. What?
What?
Have you not seen that? Like, his
No,
queues
I
are, like, $150 to, like, $200, $300, because he's like, oh,
That's
it's import.
ridiculous.
Is it? I don't know.
To be honest, I haven't spoke about either of these groups for months.
Oh, fair enough.
They
fair
don't
enough.
even cross my mind anymore. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I was kind of connect who?
Yeah.
Little boys, mate, thinking they know the scene.
Yeah, and then just posting, you know, he's just got covered in bling, going to these high-end restaurants and da-da-da, and
It's
you're
probably
like...
all fake, like. He's probably just going there, taking a photo of the menu, and he's like, sorry.
Oh my God, this is mean.
all right, let's move on from that.
Yeah.
We will
Let's
move
move on
on.
from that.
As advocates, like as women who are advocates of the cannabis community, what is it that, what is the standard that you really want to hold, like in comparison to a lot of the drama and bullshit that goes on within the community?
I don't want to sink to other people's levels. I don't want to sit there and buy back anymore. I don't want to, you know, be in the drama because that's not what our group is. We want Her Highness to be a safe place. I used to be a horrible person. I used to be very drug fucked. I used to not give a rat's ass about anyone else but myself. And I don't want to be a mean person anymore. I don't want to
get
bully
that.
people. I want to take everyone's life into consideration, all the shit they've been through. Because when I needed somebody, no one was there because of how mean I was.
What made you do the change?
My dad checked me into the mental institution. He went, enough, you're sick, you need help. And when I sat in there by myself and not had one friend come to me because I wasn't a good friend, I went, all right, I need to be a better person in my life. I need to, if someone's looking at me going, I need help, and not just go, I can't be bothered, I'm too high. You know, I've got to be a better person.
I guess it just starts
A bit of isolation helps.
with what
Yeah.
you're doing day by day.
Oh, yeah.
It's always working on it, like it's
Definitely.
a never-ending process.
You can always improve.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, well, I guess there's a lot of power in having people who are broken and have had experiences where they've been left feeling very fragmented, being able to pick together these pieces again
Yeah.
with people you can trust.
Yeah, and
that
it
people
is. It's
you're
hard.
opening up, you know. It's really hard, but also it's something that I think it's necessary not just for the cannabis community, but for people in general.
Mm-hmm.
We have to work with a lot of the trauma that has been passed down throughout our lineage.
Oath.
And I think that, you know, we get a choice in some sense as to whether we replicate those past patterns and behaviors unconsciously, impulsively,
Yeah.
or whether we begin to reflect upon it through our experience and use it as a guide.
I completely agree. I really do.
I think we're all getting there, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard to see that. Sometimes it's hard to see where other people are really coming from.
And if they're
But-
genuine, I can't even say the word,
Genuine.
genuine.
Yeah.
That word.
I have a faith in humanity that
So
is
do
pretty
I.
unwavering.
I just think because I have been stuffed over,
Yeah,
because
man.
I put myself into the wrong crowds
Yeah,
for so
yeah,
many
yeah, yeah,
years.
yeah. And I hear that.
It takes me a bit to go, okay, you're being serious. But that's where with Her Highness, I feel like my girls, we've already, you know, like, not spied on them or whatever, but we already know they're here for the right reasons.
Sure,
so if someone
yeah.
comes to me from my group, I'm just like, yeah, what can I do to help? Straight
Fantastic.
up, because I know they're there for the right reasons.
Mm.
Someone outside of the group, I'd be like, all right, you need help, I'll help. But if they don't take that help there and then, I won't keep trying to help.
I understand
I'll
that.
take that step back and go, can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped.
Yeah, of course. And there's only so much you can do as a person. And I mean, a lot of people who do their hardest to help other people can neglect the basic aspect of looking after oneself.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what I find most interesting, though, is kind of, you've got all these government, I wouldn't call them groups, but support networks in a sense to help people with things. Yet it's these little groups that are actually causing
That do
more help than anything else. Yet
That's
they
right.
don't receive any form of funding. They don't
No.
receive anything.
Exactly.
It's grassroots.
And
It's all happening.
It's
Like-
such an interesting thing.
It
Yeah, it
is.
is.
Like one of our girls the other week was like, I've got to go to, I think it was St. Vinny's or whatever, to get a $50 voucher for food. She's like, but I can't get there till Friday, and that's when, you know, my appointment is, and I've got to get there. Right? And it's like, you've literally got to wait till Friday to feed yourself, and it was
Whoa.
Monday. And we're like, you're not waiting until Friday, dude. Here. You know, and we helped her. Like, there's all this help out there, but half the time you get told no and you have to walk away. Or I had nowhere to live 3 years ago, nearly. And I had to go live with my mother-in-law because I lost everything from drugs. And nowhere was helping me. No,
Sure.
everyone just looked at me and goes, that's your own fault. Because
Yep.
I'm covered in tattoos, skinny, and just got myself better. They're like, meh, your own fault.
Like
And
the
then I turned to
systems
Her
that
Highness.
produce this shit, all the stuff that actually creates the reality that we live in, that stuff isn't seen as the, determining factor. It's instead your fault because everything's your responsibility.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand that in a sense because we are agents. We get to control our lives in many different ways. But what we're not recognizing is that there's so many distortions and so many twisted elements to
Exactly.
the systems that we live in.
Yes.
So we have to observe that. And part of, cannabis is fucking illegal and people get thrown in jail for it. And that's part of that
They
distortion.
get longer times than a child molester.
Yeah, that's
It's
quite right.
ridiculous.
That's quite right. So it's just working within that, because I think that we all, as people, we reflect that kind of like distorted way of being that's out there in the world.
Yeah.
It's in us. It's like we have the disease, and it's being able to work with it.
Yep.
You can't just like say, well, these parts of me that I don't like aren't part of me. No,
I
they
do
are
agree.
a part of you.
They're always going to be a part.
Yeah.
Gotta take the bad with the good.
Yep.
And if you can, you can begin to start making change as a person in yourself. And then the changes that you want to see reflected in the world and reflected in your families, in your communities, in your groups, in your whatever.
It all takes time.
I think it's interesting, though. I see, the world just progressively getting better. People,
I agree.
a lot of people keep saying,
There's
shit's
a lot of
getting so much
crises.
worse, and...
There are a lot of dangers.
But, in terms of people being good to each other, it seems like we're getting back to that.
Yeah, I do see what you're saying.
Because you've got all
slowly.
these communities building, and you're not necessarily nice to your neighbours like you were back in the 80s or whatever. You barely know your neighbours.
Yeah.
Oh, not us. We know our whole street. You can imagine. I walked down to my birthday the other day and I'm like, happy birthday to me, on the top of my lungs at 7 o'clock in the morning.
So they all knew it was your birthday.
Yes, they did.
But,
Gotta love 'em.
the internet's created these small micro communities that have an underlying foundation. So for us, it's obviously cannabis. That's how we've connected. But for others, it could just be sports. It could be anything. But from that comes a bigger connection where it's not just on that superficial level. It's more we're a community. You
Yeah,
become that
it
community.
is crazy how a plant can bring so many people together.
I've met so many crazy people through cannabis,
Yeah.
that have changed my perspectives on the world or helped me with things or anything, even business related stuff.
Yeah,
It's
same.
just crazy.
I never dreamed Her Highness would be a brand, let alone a business opportunity for me.
Yeah.
And it's because of the girls, it's turned into that. And now it's like I get, like, when are we doing car stickers? When are we doing another show? When are we doing this? And I'm like, holy shit, what do you mean? You guys want more?
It's cool because they're telling you what they want.
Yeah, they do.
And
They're driving it.
And then you respond by listening to your audience
Yes.
and giving them what they want.
And it's so hard because I just want everything pink and fluffy. So I'm like, let's do new shirts, pink shirts. And they're like, no, we don't want pink. What about some blue or purple or black? And I'm like, pink? Okay, pink. I'm trying, girls. I'm trying.
I like tie-dye, so, like...
Yeah, so like, we've got
cover
a lot
everything.
of girls like that too, but I don't like tie-dye. I like black and pink. But that's another thing I'm learning with myself. I can't have everything I want all the time. And I've got to, just because it's my brand and it's just because it's mine, I've got to take in other people's opinions and other people's wants and needs.
Yeah, and you just get models that do like that, and then it becomes authentic from that sense.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be you guys modeling it every time.
Well, we've done a shirt, a singlet, we've done hoodies and stuff. So the next time round, I really want to leave it up to the girls to choose.
Yeah, polo.
Like we did a post the other day and just said, like, what do you want to see on the next HH shirt? But it's so hard. Half of them are like, I want a bong and a crown and Her Highness and a weed leaf. And the other half are like, I want absolutely nothing to do with, weed so I can wear it out. And it's like, I get what they're saying, but just wear it at home then because it's a stoner brand.
But
when they look it up, they're going to see it anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is, most people aren't going to look it up. They're just going to see it at face value.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I would... the easy answer there is both.
Well, that's why I did this time with the hoodies. There was no leaves on it. It said Her Highness, and on the back was Loy Royal. It's just so hard. Trying to make everyone happy, and then one person's like, no, I'm not happy with this, do this, or...
Yeah, you can't win.
Yeah, I really can't.
Yeah.
And then I'll get the majority votes, and I'm like, this is what we're doing, and then someone else is like, no, I don't like that, I'm leaving the group. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
I think what you need to do when you have that kind of feedback is just take it on board and just go, okay.
And
just
use
let
it for
that
the
go.
next one,
Yeah, you
I
can't
tried.
No,
please
you don't even have to
everybody.
take it for the next one, because if it was just 1 or 2, 3 people, it's like, look, you're never going to make everyone happy, and you know that. But the thing is, you only need to listen to what's in your head, right?
And
you
that's what I tried to do.
You still use what they've given you, and take that in,
It's important to listen.
Don't use their voice as your answer to
what to do.
what to do. Yeah.
You'll have a feeling about it always.
Exactly. And
Unless you
And
have
don't
like
go
a
against
democratically owned thing where it's explicitly everyone makes the decisions that way.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, I think. It can be pretty tough.
I think, once your website comes, which I'm going to help you girls with, you could easily do polling options on there. Take it a little outside of the Facebook where you can put up more options. It's not just the 1 or 2, and then you can also put up images, and you can kind of get a little more of a, oh, this is it, and then you can really figure out.
And they're the people that are full following what
and
we're
they're the
doing
ones
too.
who are really wanting it.
Yeah, I do see what you're saying there. I'll take that on board. No.
But it's amazing that even though we live in the illegality of cannabis, we're doing business in cannabis.
Yeah.
It's insane because you imagine if the legalization hit, how much money the government would be making on taxes for everything, and it's like now they're just missing out on a lot.
They really are, and they've clued on to that.
Yeah, they have. The medical scheme, I've just been seeing, it's just like, it's coming through. Everyone's getting it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's beginning
think
to...
so?
expensive as fuck, but...
That's what I was going to say. Do you think the medical scheme, the way they've done it, is right?
No, God, no. But...
TGA sucks. They should just put it through like a cannabis regulator.
Yeah.
It shouldn't need to go through such a high end of regulation. But it is starting to come through, and it's really fucking expensive. My mate, he got some Jack Herer from Canada. He got 30 grams, so a little more than the ounce. It was $660.
And this is why these people on Instagram think they can get away with selling ounces for that price.
Because they'll claim it's medicinal.
I thought we were here to help one another, guys. Stop ripping us off.
Say that again, please.
Yeah, no, but seriously, like...
But, the kicker is a lot of the people that are doing the selling on Instagram that I've seen, they're selling buds they're getting in from South Australia, and they're nice buds. They're fucking good. But they're probably buying a pound for like less than $3,000. You're talking like 2.5 to 3.5.
And that's cheap.
And they're selling that ounce for 600 plus.
Dude.
It's
That's why they got the gold chains and the TNs.
But then the kicker is, then they're like, oh, but we help this community. And it's like, get fucked.
It's like if you were helping the community, you would sell it for like maybe an extra $30 so you make yourself that tiniest bit.
Yeah, you know, because the thing is, they take risk. You got to look at it as risk.
Yeah.
But the problem is
My jewelry is a public service, okay?
These Instagram people, what they're doing is the whole cardless cash thing. They're going to get fucking caught.
Oh, yeah.
If they're literally just playing on time. It's when the feds go, okay, we want to take them down.
Yeah.
They can do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
They're not playing secure at all. And, you know, if you are buying through Instagram, be real fucking careful because that's all still linked to you.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're going through a crypto, you're fucked.
But even then, everyone's like, do you have Wicker?
Wicca's not the safe bit.
Yeah, it's like, do you guys not realise that Wicca's probably run by the cops?
It's potential, but that's not the bigger fear. The bigger fear is more for me, how do you pay the person? You normally, most are doing the cardless cash at like a Combank or whatever. So what happens? Someone has to pick that money up. You literally just know, okay, they're getting it from here. Like you do one order and it's like, okay, they're somewhere in Adelaide. Okay. Oh, okay, he's in this central area. Okay, let's just put a cop in all the Combanks in that vicinity.
Yeah.
And, oh, look, he's taking out this much. It's like, what's he doing? Let's go fucking have a look and interrogate, grab his phone, whatever. It's
not straight out of Compton anymore.
Yeah,
we're not back in those days. You can't.
You know,
drug dealers are gone.
The way I see it is, once legalization's just tipping, they're going to crack down on all of them because that's how they'll bring in that and they'll try and kill off the black market.
And that is exactly why my number one rule in Her Highness is no sourcing.
Yeah.
If somebody
That's a good
posts,
rule. We have that at F.A.B.
no
too.
getting on. If someone's like, hey man, you know, is anyone down this way? I need weed. See you later, bye. Deleted Gonskis.
Yeah.
Because I am not getting in trouble for other people's shit.
Yeah.
Like, hell no.
You got to keep it in the grey area for the time being.
Yeah, that's it, you know.
And that's not what HH is for, you know, like there's that many MeWe groups, that many Wicker groups that you can find these days.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, get yourself linked up. So don't use my group. Ever.
So where are we going forward, you know? Her Highness is kind of at a little bit of a standstill because you're trying to figure out what you want to do.
Yes, I'm very lost, to be honest.
You're a little lost. You need some guidance. F.A.B's here to help.
Oh, yeah.
Or are we? I guess we'll see.
F.A.B Highness.
The F.A.B. Here we go again with men trying to get into our shit. Jokes.
We don't want to be part of your shit.
Yeah, you still
We're
don't like.
professionals now.
No, I love it.
But where are we looking to go? What are we wanting to do? What do we want this brand to become?
I never thought it would be a brand, so that's why I'm sitting here, you know, stumped
Wondering.
at this question. Like, at the moment, I have been focusing on my brother's music. I feel like he is at the part where he just needs to keep going and he's going to get somewhere. So I have been stopping as, you know, doing as much on HH and leaving it to Bree and my mods running the group and making sure everyone's still safe and happy and so I can do merch and shows and whatever we've got to do. But in the long run, I sort of just want the clothing line to take off. I want to be able to stock as much merch as possible so everyone's happy because they want my merch. And I just want to keep it safe for them. I just want it to stay what it is. We have 400-500, you know, requests pending at a time. And I don't let anyone in for months.
Yeah.
I get people going, why won't you let this person in? Because it fucks up our feng shui. It, you know, stuffs up our way it is. Like,
So is there kind of like a screening process that you have?
nobody is allowed to go through the members' request but me, because I've got 14 mods.
Right,
So
yeah.
no one's allowed to touch them. I will sit there one night and go through the people's name.
Yeah.
When they join Facebook, click on their profile, have a quick little look, you know, see if they're over age of 18, see if we've had beef with them before, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then I'll let them in. But the other week I went through and I let 500 people in. Oh my fucking God. There was fights, there's arguments, there's bitching.
House is on fire.
Oh my God. And people are like, HH has changed, I'm leaving. And it's like, because we don't want to stop other people coming into our family.
Yeah.
But we stop certain people because they don't fit properly. You know, they will we'll have a thread, and it'll be a confidence thread, and all the girls will post, you know, small sizes to extra large sizes, and they'll take photos of their butts and their bras and their, you know, and put photos up, and people will be like, oh my God, I can't believe you're posting that on the internet. No, motherfucker, you tell her she's beautiful and that she can post whatever she wants, and you encourage her and tell her how amazing she looks. And some people just don't get that.
Yeah.
So you're not in our group then. If you can't do that and help somebody else, see you later. And yeah, so it gets hectic. We try to wean out, you know, the bad side of some things, but I think we let in like 20 people max a month now.
How do you feel about the future of the Instagram, seeing as that's kind of the public face of a lot of what you guys do?
I think after this podcast, it's sort of made me realise that the Instagram affects a lot of our input and viewings. You know, a lot of people see that before they see us.
Perception.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sit back and I'm going to reevaluate the way I run the Instagram, because I'm the only person running it.
Yeah.
I slack off. I don't have the time. I sit on my own Instagram more because I feel like my followers are more active there.
Sure.
So I need to realise that it is bigger than what I thought, the Instagram, and change it. I do think I need to change it. I don't know how yet. I think I'm going to like not delete everything, but just put it on that, you know, that setting when you can't see
Archive?
anything for a while?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I think it's just like the little setting button.
I'll get you to show me.
Yeah.
Just so I can, you know, figure out what I'm going to do and just be like, it's on hold for a bit.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realise the Instagram had that much, you know, input and impact into HH. So, yeah, he's got me there.
It definitely helps with because that has such a reach, you know, that can make things go viral a little more. So once you start pushing things there, you know, you just have that snowball.
Yeah.
So, you know, if we're ever doing like legalization movements and things where there's maybe rallies or campaigns, obviously that pushes through.
And we want to be a part of all that kind of stuff. You know, I want to like organise my own events and stuff like that. Yeah. I just don't know how to. I don't know who to talk to. I don't know, you know, where to start. So
I know
we can find some connections. Yep.
She's in the room.
Well then, I need to speak to you.
So there's a lot going forward, which is really exciting. You know, we're entering 2020, so we're going to have a whole month of 420.
Oh, we are too.
Yeah.
That's something to think about.
It's
it'll be a date that won't be repeated in time, like
ever.
beyond that. Yeah. It'll be really special.
For it anyway.
2020 is going to be sick, guys.
Yeah.
Just think about it. It's so round.
The big thing about 2020, the big thing about 2020 is New Zealand.
Yeah.
New Zealand will be legalizing in 2020.
Yeah.
They've got a referendum. They've got a referendum in, I think it's April, for the citizens to decide if cannabis should be legalized. Have you ever met a Kiwi that doesn't smoke?
No, I have not. The more I think about it, I have never met a Kiwi that doesn't smoke.
It's fucking rare, I tell you.
That's hilarious.
So once you think the Kiwis fall, we might have a case here in Australia.
I think once the Kiwis fall, they're going to get so many Aussie tourists. Because flights, I've seen flights to New Zealand for $200 return from Brisbane.
Wow.
$200. Like, that's crazy.
It'll go up to like at least 420, I reckon.
Yeah, demand's
the demand might pick up like mad, but you know, you'll have that, and then you'll even have I think it was when the election happened, there was more migrations to New Zealand than coming to Australia from New Zealand for the first time in like ever, because people were unhappy with the election results. But you imagine pot's getting legal. I think.
But why did we just vote for cannabis then?
Because that has to still go through the government's process of putting it through. You know how we had the plebiscite for the gay marriage? Yeah. So the plebiscite and the referendum, they're two different things. Plebiscite is still not even legally binding. It means it's like still an opinion.
A referendum is a constitutional change, which means that you go into the books and you're like, this is what's going on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are some big words.
What you want to do if you want to get cannabis legalized is basically, you have multiple levels of government. You have the state government, you have the federal government. So there are two different routes to do. You could basically go through the state government and its houses and the Senate.
Yeah.
In Queensland, we don't have
your
the
letters
Senate.
come in play.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we contact the representatives, people get involved, and then all of a sudden they can pass a motion and put it through the system.
We'll get the girls onto these letters for sure. I'll get you to explain it better to them, and we'll get that out there.
We'll do a big thing on that, and then we'll see
sure.
what happens, because imagine just flooding these bastards with letters.
I'll even get our girls to go stand at the front of the Parliament House with signs.
Oh, that would be amazing. I can actually make that happen. Awesome.
The girls would do it easily.
Ooh.
Which anyone who could get there would do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we should talk about this a bit.
I think we should.
We'll have a think. But, So where were we?
I guess we were kind of talking about.
Where
No, I
you guys
lost
were
it. Sorry.
going.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Your direction in terms of
Yep.
your like general community and the image that you
We're
give out
going
to the
up.
world.
That's all
Going
I know.
up.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know,
Yeah.
You got to trust in that.
Yeah, not going backwards. We're going forwards, and we're gonna keep going. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we want, but we're gonna do it.
That's,
Yeah.
that's absolutely the best business. You know, the best businesses had no idea what they were doing at the start.
Yeah, I never thought
Business
it'd turn into
plans.
a business. You know,
Yeah.
like making a group.
Most businesses often don't.
Yeah.
It's normally just
Right.
someone going, I don't know, and then something happens and it explodes.
Passion can run a business.
And
Passion
that's
runs a
exactly what it
business,
is.
yeah.
It's not about the money. Like, everyone must think that I'm making money off my merch. I haven't made a cent off my merch.
Mm.
You know, by the time I do the postage, send everything out, I'm like, oh shit, do I have enough for rent? You know, do you know what I mean? Like,
Still
I'm
working
not
that one
made,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't care. Like,
True.
I don't want it to be about the money. Like, don't get me wrong. If one day I'm sitting there and I'm comfortable, so are my girls, they're going to be comfortable as well.
Yeah,
We've got to
sweet.
get on that 51 blunts a day train, you know?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
want that Snoop Dogg. Rich.
Don't we all? But if I ever got that rich, I would buy a complex for all my women to live in if they ever needed somewhere to go.
That would be great.
And I would have a fund pool. Like, you know how on PayPal you can have a pool and
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
puts money into it? I would have it sitting at like 5K. So if someone's like, oh, I've got no food,
Like an emergency.
take out $50.
Yeah.
You know, because I trust my girls.
Oh man, let's build communities. We'll start a crypto.
Yes.
Let's just go buy an island. Can we buy an island first? And we'll just live there and grow weed.
Crypto.
Bro.
We can make hemp clothes.
The whole island.
That's how you build communities, guys. You create a cryptocurrency. I'm connected to people from all over the world, but I don't know their name because it's an anonymous ledger.
Yeah,
No, it's
me,
cool.
I love my crypto.
It's
But-
cool. It's fun. It's gambling.
What else could we... Oh, okay. So I've got a question for you. Is there any groups or affiliates that we should check out or you guys would
wanna
recommend?
plug?
Ooh.
Who should you plug?
Okay, straight out, Charlie York. She's wicked. Got glass
Who does your bongs?
Glassbongs.com.au. They are amazing. They are very, very, very good guys.
The Her Highness bongs are fucking awesome. If you guys haven't checked them out, they're like diamond base and then it comes up.
But that's our second. See, everyone thinks that that's like our first bong. We did the first edition. It was a little one. Then we did those. Then we did the vibe bundle. What
Yeah,
else have
yeah.
we done? We did the one with the green box. Like, yeah. But I mean,
That was the beauty. Like, that was a stunner. That
the
was so
diamond.
good.
It's been highly demanded, but just to let everyone know, 200 are getting made, and I think it's going to be the last. I don't think I'm going to do them again.
Get on it.
I'm going to move on. 200 of them this time, and I think that's going to be it for a while.
Little
You know, for
quotations.
a good, a good little bit.
Yep.
But
I knew one girl, she had one and I smoked out of that and I didn't even know about the brand and I'm like, what is
love
this?
it.
And then I clicked it maybe like 2 months later. I'm like, oh!
that's so bomb.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, everyone looks at them and they're like, they're huge. I can't smoke out of that. And it's like,
right.
well, if you pack it the tiniest bit smaller,
Yeah, it's
you
easy.
can. I love them, but I don't smoke out of mine anymore, to be honest. They're crystal clean, you know, in my cabinet now with all my pretties.
Yeah,
They're too pretty.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
bongs are for presentation.
I smoke out of the Vibe Bundle one because we did one for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I
It
remember
was the
seeing
bath bomb, the vibrator, and the bong. So, Shelley's box.
It's a really good way to get off.
Yeah, literally.
Wait.
Literally.
You know, you hit the bong, you go in the bar.
Yeah.
And
Try not to get electrocuted.
I'm just trying to get
Aren't some waterproof?
crumb of
Yeah,
that
it is.
dopamine.
Well, I don't know. I haven't used it, but
So you're telling me you're not endorsing this product? Like,
the girls reckon it was amazing. So, and they sold out within a week. So,
yeah.
speaks for itself.
Oh, that's cool. What else? Well, we're getting, I think, close to the end here.
Yeah, I think
I
we've gone through a fair bit.
Yeah, we've done a lot. Anything you girls want to say or?
Don't be so quick to judge.
Yeah, God, yeah.
You know, like, just because you might see us on the internet smoking and see bits and pieces, just remember that Instagram is what we want you to see. It's not who we are.
Yeah.
And there's so much going on behind the scene that you guys have no idea about. Don't listen to other people's opinions. Make your own. If you don't like us, you don't like us. That's fine. Just, yeah.
Just be more chill.
Yeah,
to know
smoke a
us.
bong, man. Calm down. Get to know us. If
Be
you have
nice to each other.
It's weird when there's beef in the cannabis community because I'm like, can you really give a fuck, bro?
Yeah, it's like, I'm that high, man.
Yeah,
Really?
like...
And if there is a question you want to know, inbox me. I reply to everyone. I check everyone's messages. I don't just snob people. Like,
Honestly, happy to answer anything.
yeah,
Like,
message me or Bree. We're always here to have a chat.
You seem very chill.
Thanks. Come high. Love it.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks for tuning into the FAP.
Yeah. The
Can't believe we
Fabcast.
did that.
Love it. Love you, HH.
see ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye bye.